Hello there, and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm, of course, George. Welcome along to the channel, everyone. And it's a post match reaction. It's my thoughts on the 3-0 away win at Cardiff City. Notoriously, a little bit of a hard place for Leeds United to go. Wasn't so today, was it? Comfortable 3-0 win, our third of the new year. 3 games, 3-0 wins, which is quite incredible. Obviously, 2 in the league, 1 in the FA Cup last weekend against Peterborough. Leeds come away with 3 points from Wales. So we'll get into it and I'll give my thoughts on it and a little bit of a rant actually as well, possibly to ensue. But let's wait and see what happens. Look, Leeds won 3-0. It was an easy win. It was 5 changes from the win against Peterborough in the FA Cup. And yeah, obviously we reverted back to Rutter at number 9 and Patrick Bamford at Rutter at 10, Pat Bamford at number 9, and Pat gets his 3rd goal in as many games. Yeah, it's a funny goal, wasn't it? Really, I thought Leeds started well. Really in the end, and Cardiff had no real threat. Let's be absolutely honest, no threat at all in the whole entirety of the 90 minutes. But I thought Leeds started well enough and deserved the goal. Was it 13th minute of the game? I thought Firpo, who started pretty well and did okay in the opening exchange of the match, he did well down that left hand side initially. So he put the ball into Crysencio on the edge of the box, and it's a little bit of a mess, isn't it? It sort of comes into Bamford, who kicks it to Firpo inadvertently. Firpo, I don't think he meant to, but it came back off him. It's like a 1-2, a Bamford 1-2 with Firpo, and then Bamford, who was on the floor on his back, manages to sort his feet out and poke the ball into the empty net, and it's 1-0. And then it's pretty, to be honest, I'm never comfortable really watching Leeds completely. Um, but you've got to say, even at 1-0, we were probably won the game. Cardiff were that poor. You've got to say, really, they had no threat at all. No threat at all. I think at half time, they were showing that crossing and Rodon's header away as a chance. I mean, just laughable. Absolutely pathetic, really, from Cardiff City. And we're controlling the game, looking very comfortable. I thought Ile Gruev, second start in a row, of course, for him. 1 in the FA Cup, 1 now in the league, consecutive starts. I thought he was very, very tidy on the ball. I thought Glenn Kamara had a very good game as well. Very tidy in his passing and advanced forward, and I thought he did well also. I'm kind of liking that Ethan Ampadu and Joe Rodon kind of centre-back partnership. People forget, obviously, that Ethan played centre-back. He started as a centre-back, didn't he? And played mostly as a centre-back before going into sort of centre midfielder a little bit, sort of say later. He's only 22, isn't he? He played plenty of games, hasn't he? But he's played mostly as a centre-back. So, I've got no issue with him coming in at centre-back. And I thought he did well, dealt really, really well with what little they threw at us. We've got to remember how poor these teams are. I mean, the second one comes. It's great play from Kamara again. I thought robbed the lad of the possession, sort of in our sort of in their sort of half, near the penalty area. He advances again. I thought Crysencio Somerville down that left hand side puts the ball in. Dan James well onside, isn't he? Pokes the ball in against the empty net. And it's 2-0, and that just solidifies the game, really. And still at 2-0, though, and I heard what Farke had to say, really, after the game. I think he was saying along the lines of kind of, yeah, 2-0, obviously we know what 2-0's like. It's a little bit of a difficult lead, isn't it, really? Because one goal, they get 1 goal back, and suddenly they're back into the game, and you've got to be careful. I thought Leeds saw out the half obviously without any threat from them, and then we started the game. It was a little bit sort of pedestrian for me in the second half, but I thought they didn't have the quality to really hurt us properly. And even when they got into some dangerous situations and areas in the second half on the odd occasion they didn't have the quality at all to go anywhere near challenging Melee at all. But I think a better team probably would have done. But I think Leeds were at half tilt really most of the game, and we got it done. And then obviously Creed misses the penalty, which summed up his day for me today. Wasn't his day. He had a really poor game. You know, first half lots and lots of sloppy touches. Um, you know, second half lots of loose passes, and then obviously missed the pen, which was I wasn't confident just given the day that he had that he was going to score. Obviously, it didn't matter. He comes off the base of the post and goes out, and then it's still 2-0. There's still time for Jorginho to slam in the third. Cree had a little bit of a say in this one as well. Obviously, Dan James does well to they get a little bit of a mix up, but he doesn't give it up. He latches onto the ball, got the pace to get up to their penalty box and pick out Cree, who then works it. I can't remember, did he work to Bamford and then onto Rutter, who slams it in the goal, and you know, and then he's off there doing the Ailing tribute celebration, the air guitar, and you know immediately that that's for Bill, isn't it? Obviously, and he saw him, didn't he? He said on social media, yeah, I see you, you know, doing that. So that was great, you know, to score again. Georgia got a goal, but what you know, and it was comfortable. It was comfortable. It was great, you know. Win away from home, get the job done. But for me, we've got to be more clinical. We have to be more clinical. This could have been like 7, 8, 9, maybe even more. 0. Could have been about 10-0 maybe. You know, they need to be more clinical, the Leeds. And I know everybody's waxing lyrical and eulogising over Patrick Bamford, and rightly so because of that goal he scored last week. But, you know, there's a couple of chances in that first half he really should have buried, especially one on one with Alnick in the goal. And come on, man, just put it in. There was one offside where he puts it wide. I'm I just think what what on earth, you know, what on earth are they doing? Kill these teams, because I know that Cardiff were really poor, didn't have much of anything, but better teams will. They will, and Leeds can be a little bit soft defensively, and you just you're always worried that we're going to get caught out and rue the chances that we missed, because Bamford missed a hatful today. Crysencio Somerville, like I said, wasn't his day. He was completely off it. I don't know what was going on with him. Jorginho Rutter was frustrating the hell out of me as well. You know, play the easy pass. There's no need to be Hollywood all about it, doing all these flicks and tricks. You know, there's one part in the second half where he could have just laid the ball back to Gruev. No, he starts doing this like fancy flick and he loses possession, and you just think, come on, man, you know, just do it simple, and get the job done. I know that we were 2-0 up, we were cruising at that stage, but you still gotta be, I don't know, professional about it all, and it's what Farkas said before, isn't it? Really, you know, just do the simple things. You know what I mean? And Farkas play the what's sort of putting Willie Gnonto on? Why does he have to only play like a few minutes at the end of the game? Why don't you play him? You know, it was an ample opportunity today for me for Crysencio Somerville, who was having an absolute stinker, and for Jorginho Ruta, who wasn't having his best game either, in my opinion, to come off and give the other lads more game time. We'd won the game, you know, even at 2-0, I say it's a little bit of a dangerous lead. Cardiff weren't doing anything, and we could have given, you know, players like Willie a little bit of game time. What's up with that? Chris Somerville was having an awful match, you know, and that's it. What's up with that? Just give him some minutes. You know what I mean? Give him some minutes. You know, I don't know if he's going to go or what. Who knows? But, give him some game time and let him free on the pitch. You know what I mean? Because some of it wasn't having a good game. Like I said, Jorginho Rutter, before he scored, um, and I know they're having a good time, aren't they, on the pitch, which is great to see. They're having fun on the pitch, aren't they, obviously. But I just think, come on now, lads, bury these teams because there's times in games this season, obviously with the games that we've lost as well, tossed away, and from home and things like this, where you just think, come on now, finish your dinners, finish your chances off, and we'll be far away and no worries. But you can't go in too hard on them. We've won 3-0. It was they did the job what they had to do, and it, it's great to see, 3 goals, another clean sheet, and everything like that. The quality of this division, I said it so many times this season, it's so poor. I mean, Cardiff for 3 points off the playoffs there today and could have gone into the playoffs with a win. No chance of them winning that game. It's ridiculously bad quality from them, and yeah, it's the same for most of the teams. Even when they beat us, they're not exactly great, but yeah, look, I, I know a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we won. Who cares how they played?" But that's why we have opinions. That's why we do these videos on the fan channels and things like this. To give our opinions. And my opinion of the performance today was, yeah, it was controlled. A lot of good performances. I thought Eli Gruev was my standout, my man of the match. I thought Glenn next to him, Kamara was very very good. I thought the lads in the centre back positions was solid, and I thought Archie Gray did okay down that right hand side, put some nice balls in at times. But I just thought, come on now, we need to be absolutely wiping the floor with this team and putting the chances in. Don't be so casual, and because I think that's a bit of a problem with this team in a way that they're a bit too casual, a bit too oh yeah, we'll win the game anyway kind of thing. We'll score at some stage kind of thing. We don't need to score all the chances. It feels a little bit like that where you just need to be a bit more ruthless in front of goal. And Patrick Bamford certainly isn't that. Although fair play to him, 3 goals in 3 long may it continue. And he's getting goals um, now, which is great. But I just think yeah, just be a bit more cutthroat and put every single chance. And you can't put every single chance in, but you can put some more chances than we do in, I think. And also, I put these player ratings out on my Instagram account, getting a bit of stick for that sort of thing. And hey, look, I've got my opinion. You know what I mean. I'm not one of these fans that think, oh, great, we won. Like I said, oh, great, we won. Who cares how they play, kind of thing. Because that's what I do. What I do, I like to analyse the game and have a look at the game and see where can we improve on, and that sort of thing. Which is what lots of people will do. You can't just say, oh yeah, we won. Who cares how they played, kind of thing. We're not at that stage yet, are we? We need to analyse it and say, hey, maybe we could do better there. And I think we could do better with the finishing personally. And I'm getting a little bit frustrated with the sort of, like I said, with the casual manner of some of these players in the sort of terms of the finishing, and it's a bit of a problem really, I think. And I would like to see a striker come in January. I don't think we'll get it, will we? But who knows? I mean, it was a great finish by Jorginho, but to be fair, and I just think he was frustrating me because just do the simple things, man. Everything seemed, I don't know, it just didn't seem to be coming off for him or Korea, and that's what I felt personally in the game. But let me know how you felt, and it's a great win. You know what I mean? It's a great win, 3-0 win. Um, but again, the quality of the opposition was extremely poor, extremely poor. We need to put it up Preston, don't we, on Sunday. We really do next Sunday. Get them back for that Boxing Day defeat, don't we? And try and march on up the table. But Southampton keep winning. That's 20 unbeaten now for them. Ipswich Town won again, so We're still 7 points behind the second place Ipswich Town, so there's still a little bit of work to do, and this is what I mean. You don't want to put yourselves in danger of potentially dropping points in these sort of games where they get a set piece goal or something like this. You want to kill teams off and just say, hey, we're down to business, we're not messing about. And that's where I think the constructive sort of thing would be for me, would be to say to the lads, hey, yeah, you need to finish off a little bit more chances. I know it's crazy to say when we've just won 3-0 today, but it could have been a hell of a lot more. And if you watch the game, you'll know exactly what I mean. So yeah. But let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. March on together. I'll see you on the next one.